And welcome back to Sandcastle, Phantasm!
God, no.
Captured a Ricky D'Armatino.
Alright, I hope everybody's ready for a lot of fun in the sun. Today's gonna be nothing but good times and happy vibes. Y'all ready? But don't make sure you still train, though, despite the happy vibes.
Yes, Coach Captain!
Thank you!
Alright, the recap will be done by
Isla! McCracken, tell me what happened last time right now!
We played volleyball. My boyfriend didn't pick me for his team, so we kicked his fucking ass with our amazing captain.
As you guys entered, Briar turned around like a James Bond villain in his chair. He had some scruff, had a scar down one eye, but otherwise looked exactly identical to regular Briar, except wearing a commando outfit with a whole bunch of what looked like, at first glance, looked like shotgun shells. Looking closer, they appear to be large Nerf darts in belts along his chest.
Oh
Of
my
course.
god. This place is my favorite thing ever, but still.
It's good to finally see some friendly faces here. It's been a long time. Tell
Is he the
me.
guy that threw me down a well?
Listen, we can sit here all day and talk about what we once did and to whom, but none of that matters anymore. Who you were on the outside doesn't matter in here.
Hey, where's your brother?
He's dead.
What?
Oh, shit.
My brother, ironically named Survivor Briar, was claimed in one of the Beach Emperor's attacks. It was his death that pushed me forward.
That's terrible. I can't imagine what it must feel like to lose a brother.
Isla, stop
Ian,
it.
who remembers everything about what happened, just looks over at you slowly like, what the fuck?
I understand that a lot of you are volleyball players now.
Yes, it is our passion in life.
Yes.
Then perhaps you can be of some use to the lifeguards. Tomoe, would you leave us? I have top secret information type things that I would like to impart upon them.
Tomoe gives a nod and heads out.
Okay, so basically we have no idea what we're doing. What do you all know so far?
The things that were flying around are watermelons.
As soon as you say beach, the screen zooms in on his eyes and he squints.
So you're up to date then. We did have another base previously, but it was lost in a very large battle that I'm sure Saber has already told you about. At the Ascaterdays Resort at the Ascaterdays Beach, Berserker Lancer Rider and the Beach Emperor engaged in a four-way battle that didn't go well for anyone, except the Beach Emperor. It went very well for them. During this battle, Lancer was taken, Berserker was taken. We don't know what happened to Ryder, and several of the coaches were killed. That was...
I thought you said you hadn't lost anyone.
They weren't on our side!
Oh, alright.
Okay.
I need to know from the lot of you, before I go on. How committed are you to setting this beach world right?
As committed as we are
I mean,
to
I'm
setting volleyballs.
Really want to get to our tournament.
Yeah, we're really about volleyball.
We have
Yeah.
to make it to the big game as fast as possible.
I see. In that case, I cannot ask you to do anything directly. You are not lifeguards, of course. But I can provide you with a series of information packets about things that may be useful to taking down the Beach Emperor. I apologize for my hardened exterior.
We've made them in packet form.
We made them in
Anyone
packet
who comes
form.
by. Only
Hands you,
come by.
hands you a series of pamphlets.
As I mentioned, there was a large battle at Ascaterdays. The entire beach was wiped out. The Beach Emperor left no survivors, except those that maybe they did that we don't know about. We need to find out if there were survivors, which we don't know about currently.
So you're
Also-
saying there could be survivors?
There could be. If you are volleyball players, then there is a place in the forest of She that may be of relevance to you. Well, not strictly
Go
a
on.
beach place. The forest of She is a heavily beach-infused forest between here and Ascaterdays. It is said that there is an ancient shrine inside that would guide the way for any volleyball players who would find it and prove themselves worthy.
Sounds like a
Captain.
doable. You interrupted me in the middle of my speech.
I'm sorry, I was just saying that I was looking at
Don't
you. I
interrupt the
apologize.
captain!
I'm sorry!
I'll let it go this once. But as I was previously, as I was previously saying, it sounds like a doable challenge before our final battle.
There's one more thing. We recently lost our most valuable resource. Our ice cream truck.
No! Anything but that.
Additionally, its driver was lost. There is a small settlement called Barlagos, where those obsessed with the Beach Emperor stay. They hope to get inside the cathedral, but they're stupid and not wanted. They've stolen the ice cream truck and are held there again, and it is held there against its will. You need to go there and retrieve it. The ice cream truck that supplies us with our resources. The Drive Cat's Mao.
It needs to be
The
said.
core of all healing at the beach. Without one, we would be severely crippled.
Beach Archer understands. We've fallen on hard times. Before we could order entire pizzas, but now we can't. Now we only have the ability to acquire just the crusts. That's all we live on now.
Logan, are you
Logan.
actually eating a pizza
I
crust?
was gonna say, I think you're eating pizza right now, aren't you?
I am.
My god.
They say that when you're doing improv to pull from real life, so
People say the method doesn't work.
yum yum yum.
Jared Leto just didn't do it right.
As you guys leave the resort and come back out into the open area with tents and people training with water pistols, shooting at each other, you once again see Tomoe leaning against the side of the resort's entrance, arms crossed, waiting for you guys to come out. She turns towards you guys as you exit, but does not immediately speak to you. Just her posture just goes a bit more rigid.
Have you decided to help us then?
I don't really see
I
much of a
believe it
choice.
aligns with our goals.
I imagine that he spoke to you about retraining. There's a certain ritual you can perform here for those with volleyball aptitude that infuses you with the skills you need to make use of the Sandcastle Phantasm's inherent magical energy. Normal volleyball skills don't work here. Volleyballs are heavier, require magical influence to move around.
I heard someone say studying and got really excited.
She
Alright.
leads you
I
guys.
think you'll find that our skills in volleyball are more than normal skills.
I've got a raging learner right now.
Raging learner.
She leads you guys to a other part of the resort that has a very large structure that looks like standing stones, like a circle of like Stonehenge. Leads you into the middle of it. You see there is a very large stone mural that has a large volleyball on it, surrounded by ancient demonic and arcane symbols. With this, you can acquire the knowledge you need to play here. You guys engage in a ritual where the spirits of various ancient volleyball sages are summoned into the area and impart their knowledge onto you without any need to play, as you are in a rush to make it to the big game and everything is a matter of urgency. Various cloaked figures, all of which wearing bike shorts and holding a volleyball in one hand, put their hands onto each of your individual heads, and you feel the wisdom of the volleyball sages enter you. That taken care of, the whole ritual takes all of about 10 minutes.
It took a little
Job,
bit
boss.
for me to swallow my pride and the training that our captain put us through, but I accepted the wisdom of these volleyball sages.
I told him it was okay.
But I'm not happy about it.
Of course not.
Alright,
If you're heading to Ascatter Days, I wouldn't mind coming with you. It is the most destroyed beach on the island, and as a result is the most dangerous. There's remnants of both sides still fighting there. As a lifeguard, I wouldn't feel good leaving you alone there. Alright, good answer. So I am
Yeah,
good to
we
come
have.
with you then?
of course.
Thank you very much. I'll try to be as helpful as I can be. If we could find and defeat the Rider Servant, I could also give you a better way to travel around, but we don't know where they are.
Well, as long as you're good at volleyball, you're free to come with us. You know, I've dealt with really bad players before, and
Oh
they're
dear.
not fun.
That's the vice captain for you.
Makes you rotten now.
He just looks off into the ocean, thinking of
Fucking camera.
Diane's still staring off into the sand.
you're both looking off into the ocean.
Sorry,
Stoically looking.
Vice Captain David is really into volleyball. We both promised each other we'd help each other to nationals.
So
One of the reasons I fell in love with him. Passion for volleyball.
looks at David passionately and gives a nod.
We have heard rumors of beasts and creatures that lurk in the darkness staying in the forest of She. Those that don't like the beach realm hide either here or in a swamp that's up north. So it is dangerous. It's your call.
We've never backed away from a challenge before.
And we don't plan to back away now.
Are we ready, Krakens?
Woo! Woo! Krakens, let's do it!
Go Krakens!
And you can even see the beach off in the distance. You see large, billowing towers of black smoke coming up from the beach on the other side from several locations. You see a wrecked ship off in the waters beyond the beach, but you can't really tell much about it, other than that it appears to be Titanic-sized. But that is beyond the forest. As you enter the forest itself, is there anything in particular you guys would like to do? The forest is very dark, despite the fact that the trees are fairly well placed and spaced apart. Everything seems to be in shadow, even when it shouldn't be. The sun doesn't seem to penetrate the canopy the trees create quite as well as it should. As you guys are moving through the forest, you hear the sound of a very low guttural coming out from the trees.
Yeah.
I just realized I've forgotten a critical detail.
Man, this is great for AoE attacks.
Tomoe needs to
bunching
put her
up
armor
for 'em.
back on. Poof. There we go.
Wait.
You know,
Wait.
I just want to say we're so spoiled that you can do that.
Wait. Wait.
To
Do
be
what?
like, oh no, she has to
Wait.
put her armor on. Let me get that different art.
Wait. Wait. No, wait.
I will kill you,
Alright.
Milo.
No, where am I going? Wait. Wait. Wait.
Now
Oh
I'll
my
stay next to
god.
You see a very large, what looks like a great, monstrous lion stepping out from behind one of the trees, its eyes glowing a faint red. You notice that sand seems to be pouring off of its body and out of its mane,
Sand lion. No, a beach lion.
A sandalion.
and it looks rather hungry.
No, it's a beach beast, or commonly known as a bear.
The bear.
Well, there's a bear behind us.
I will say, for terms of tone, it looks like it's about to charge the group. It's not, like, calmly stalking. Alright, feed it 2 dodgeballs. Heck and get it. That hits.
It seems satisfied and leaves after you fed it.
You alright? Oh
You throw the dodgeball at it.
Up already.
God damn.
Yeah, as you throw the dodgeball at it, it hits it. That second one misses it, but the first one hits it. As it does, rather than any blood or impact, a large chunk of its shoulder seems to erupt into sand and blast off of it, which then reforms itself. It still looks bothered and hurt by it, but you become immediately aware, due to the type of damage you did, that this thing seems to be made entirely of sand. So as you guys see this, as you see Archer turn and hurl 2 dodgeballs towards this thing, you all... Poof, you guys see another one emerging from the forest behind it. What is their movement speed?
Second bear.
It's going to rush towards. It hits a tree and its body seems to break into sand around it and reform itself, unstopped by the tree in front of it. It charges at Tomoe. It's going to go ahead and go for a pounce. It rushes forward, goes for an attack on Tomoe. It's going to... She is going to succeed the strength save, so it does not push her down, but it is going to go for an attack on Boo, and it's going to go bite. Tries to sink its fangs into Tomoe, and hella misses, rolling a 15. Boof.
Oh shit.
Third bear.
Third bear! Third beach bear!
So many bears!
It's also going to rush forward. It's going to try to pounce on Isla.
Isla.
Doop-a-doo.
Isla! Sister, no!
And she fails that strength save
couldn't
gloriously.
handle losing a
Isla.
sibling.
Now, Isla, I'll give you a chance. Do you want to use Elevation?
Nah, the bear can get me this time.
All right, bear knocks
Nah,
you.
the bear can maul
But
me.
if we lose you, how will we ever get to nationals?
You're right. You better save me.
You are knocked prone by demonic beast bear. It's gonna go for an attack on you. It hits. You take damage. It starts tearing into you with its sandy fangs. You take 8. What?
Oh my...
Not its sandy fangs.
Not its sandy fangs.
No!
Fourth
Oh my god! What the
Mal-
hell?
So many bears!
Fourth bear!
I just like to think that at this point it's just like gets in front. Captain, no!
Yeah, it pounces. It's gonna go after Malclips. Malclips
Oh,
now one.
jeez.
bear!
That's fine.
There's a bear!
Sorry, I just don't know where it is.
And then bonus action, Bokentanto.
Get him!
Or don't. Okay, cool.
Give a fuck if I get eaten by this fucking
Apparently
bear.
fucking not. You could go fucking die.
You're just like,
For all I care.
you,
Son of a bitch!
you're just like, you take the bamboo staff and you push it against the large lion-like creature, and you just sort of shove it like you're trying to get a pet off of somebody, just like, "Nyeh, nyeh." It like leans slightly on one leg and then back down. Hey, Ian!
Ah! Hello, Mr. Bear!
It's gonna rush towards you.
Hey, bear.
You succeed!
Oh my goodness.
It tries to pounce on you, it doesn't manage to, it's gonna go for a claw attack on you, swipes, Nat19s, deals 8 damage to you as it strikes you. And then finally, fifth bear!
Fifth bear!
Why are there so many bears?
Ask the random table. You guys take a second, and everything goes quiet. That gust of wind fades away, and you just hear this very faint, coming from a little bit off of the, effectively what is the trail in the forest. You hear a very faint, as if something's electrically humming. Looking over in the direction of it, you see what appears to be, half buried in the ground, a little mini fridge. Just sticking up out of the ground against a tree.
I walk toward the mini fridge.
What'd you find there, Vice Captain?
I'll let you know in a sec.
As you reach down in slow motion, as everyone else yells towards you and runs, detecting danger from this mini fridge, all trying to reach you to stop you, your hand just presses up against the handle, and you just recoil slightly, going, "Ah, it's cold."
Ah, wow, that's really cold.
Inside, you find the following items.
I was really hoping it was going to turn into a whole Veloci situation.
Inside, you find a full tent,
Hell yeah.
I'm not
already
gonna
raised.
ask, I've decided I'm not gonna ask what
A horse.
You find
Yes.
a nice cream
You
truck.
find, I put it in the party sheet, 3 Gatorades, 1 Monster Energy, 2 Nutri-Grain bars, 1 Powerade, and a Red Bull. Looking off beyond the mini fridge into the forest, you guys see the reflective crystal-like blue light that, bouncing off of a lake. And you notice a large structure off in it. Something that looks like a large shrine floating on top of the lake.
It's just like the shrines around the school.
Wait, what?
School only go 2 days, but keep up.
Well, he's incorporated it, now it's true.
It's just like the volleyball shrines around the school.
Yeah, you guys see this large structure that is the as tall as a 3-story building, appears to be sitting in the middle of a lake that you can now tell is off about 100, 200 feet away from you guys. You see a ramp leading from the ground, from the shore up to the lake.
Looks to Captain and Vice Captain.
What do we do?
That must be it.
Yep, that's how we move forward.
You know, I'd be fine calling him Coach. I don't like our coach.
I love our coach.
That'd probably make him feel better.
Scary.
You must trust in your coach. With them, you can form a bond stronger than almost any other.
Who are you?
I fucking love it so much. Aaron, you're the best person in the world. There's a lot of map. Why would that be? Probably nothing will happen here. Oh no.
Oh god, Logan, why?
Lancer, I'd like you to roll me a +6 check for your cultural observation beach skill, to see if you can innately read the hieroglyphics that are the ancient beach language. Bleach language. There's a Soul Reaper in there. Beach language.
Who? Oh, me?
Archer.
Sorry, I thought
I'm
you were
sorry.
talking
Just
to
fucking
Lance.
leave me alone! Leave me alone, Goliath! 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 Just say Goliath, me. Just say Goliath. Just say his name. You're doing it for Tomoe. Just do it for him.
Are we hurting your feelings?
I'm hurting my feelings.
Yeah.
The only words that you can make out appear to be a name, and that name is May Trainer.
I mean, I'm a
wonder
second.
if
Oh
I-
my! Oh my! Captain!
What?
Jeez, Captain. Oh my god.
What's happening?
Climbed on top of me all of a sudden.
Oh, gee.
Read it. You hear a very faint voice, and you see another volleyball sage-esque male figure appear, very much with the same effect as the Force Ghost from Star Wars.
Who dares approach the shrine of May Trainer?
Yes, the Moon Kraken's approach.
Yay!
Yes, Captain!
Yes, Captain!
Forward.
See, we all joke about staying here in Sandcastle Phantasm forever. Brett actually wants us to stay in Sandcastle Phantasm forever.
Moon Krakens, be ye volleyball team.
We be.
Ye.
Admiring the friendship bracelets on his staff.
No one volleyball player ascends to godhood on their own. These bracelets represent those who helped me on my way.
My god, it's just like I always say. Teamwork makes the dream work.
I hate that she's right about that.
I've always believed, but to see it in front of me, the true power of teamwork.
It appears that you already know the first lesson that I would teach. That there is no...
He holds up his hand, and a complex hieroglyphic symbol appears in it.
This in team.
By power of deduction, that must be an I.
Do you?
Archer, how would you pronounce that symbol?
Aye.
Of course.
Thank you, Archer, with all your knowledge.
The second of my riddles is solved. Do you consider yourselves worthy to enter and challenge May Trainer themselves?
Yes.
Yes, I think we can
The
beat
Moon
anyone.
Krakens. The Moon Krakens to take down anyone.
Well
As
said.
long as we're together, we should improve.
What's a god to friendship?
Oh my god.
Well, he's also
Yeah!
got friendship.
Yeah,
So
Oh, true.
Yeah.
What's a
But
god
as
with
long as
friendship
we're
to even more
together.
friendship?
A friend.
And a friend in need is a friend indeed. And so, enter and... Where?
And he turns off, his very large beard shifting in the wind, his cloak suddenly billowing out as he points his staff towards the forest.
Who dares to enter?
And you see a volleyball, or a dodgeball, careen out of the forest, out of the darkness towards him. He stops it, casting some spell as a large magical barrier erupts around the lot of you, with a tile pattern as if the barrier itself was a giant volleyball.
You shall not defy the ritual!
And it shatters, breaking through it.
Sage!
His form has been dispelled.
Who would do this?
Who the fuck ruined this for us?
Oh! I need to know who fucked with friendship!
You're gonna hate this.
we could just sit here and die.
Wow,
That's
great
quitter
at
talk,
keeping up
Vice
the
Captain!
Yeah, fan of that plan, Vice Captain.
maybe want to workshop
Hey,
that a bit,
David?
Vice Captain.
David, we talked about the optimism thing. Come on, buddy.
The only thing different is this. I'm gonna move over toward the Pegasus statue and start examining it and see if there's anything there.
Did something change about the statue?
No, but like there's no handle on the door. The only thing in front of it is the statue.
Maybe
guess.
grabbing the volleyball question mark?
I'm asking Beach Saber if she saw anything.
No.
Do we have to prove ourselves worthy?
How do we do that?
Just show it like a wicked serve.
So maybe we have
could-
to.
Maybe we should make out.
I
Yeah,
guess
so-
so.
I'll have to make it a little bit.
I'm never opposed to that. We could do a group cheer.
Ian, are you the only one with a passive perception of less than 15?
And yet I have super hearing.
You know what?
I point out toward the tree that I saw the branch fall from, and I call out toward Saber and Archer. Something's over there.
Saber will look towards Archer with a very, like, what do you want to do look. As you throw that, the ball collides with something and rebounds off. You see falling out of the tree, lashing back and seeming to just appear out of the darkness.
Oh no! No!
You see who you guys recognize from your memories to be Alquam when she had made herself part of Archer, landing on the ground.
That monster from before.
Well,
Oh no! So many hot monster alquams!
That's my wife.
get a new wife.
We've been found then.
You guys.
Oh God!
Yeah, man.
Why did you attack the volleyball sage monster?
It's a weird fucking cat.
It's a weird fucking cat. You hear coming from within the darkness, you hear a whisper echoing around everywhere.
Her ever-present shadow.
Shadows seem to rise up and begin to take the material form of yet more Alquams, yet more Sarutobi altars. But they are not fully formed just yet. Kadoink. This one is also going to rush up and is going to get to about there. It's going to start burning away in the sunlight. This one's going to get up beside Lancer and is going to go for an attack on the Lancy boy.
Beside
Lancy
who?
boy!
Who's it getting upside? What?
Archer. Galliot. It's attacking Galliot.
You guys are so mean.
He needs to get it right!
So she hits. Galliot, you take 13 points of damage. A second attack comes at you. Second attack misses.
I'll give
I don't know what you're talking about, Captain.
inspiration to Legolas. There you go.
Legolas. Yeah, fucking. Not so easy, is it?
I mean, she caught herself.
Listen, so did I. I did last time too. Yes, I said Legolas. Did you guys watch the latest JonTron video, the NASCAR one, where he heckin' points at the back? NASCAR's lights are painted on. Did you know that?
They're
Yes.
stickers.
I
What?
learned that from the Cars movie.
I didn't watch.
I didn't know that. I didn't remember that. He pointed it out, and it was just like, what?
Wait a minute. You've seen Cars, but you haven't seen The Godfather?
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
Solidarity. I have also seen Cars, but not The Godfather.
Hey, there we
Oh
go!
no, man, it's just a fact.
So like, I don't want to disappoint any of you, but I don't think it's a shock.
As per the spell, slither and suddenly erupt into a humanoid form, which dissolves into being one Mr. Donkey Boy.
Oh, a beautiful boy.
Look at that boy!
Look at that boy. So good. I can't get over it, man.
Oh my man.
So ripped. It's so evil. But so ripped.
Something
He
like that.
raises up one of his hands, and you see this black sand-like substance begin to build up and gather together until it forms a volleyball, a dodgeball-sized, like black sand ball floating above his hand.
I can
Look,
see it.
he reels back and he he whispers,
Black Sandwell.
he hurls this dodgeball into the darkness. As it
because
hits,
I shot you. It's
as it
because I
hits,
shot you.
a spell similar to Blackwell appears, except all of the force pulling in towards the black hole at the center of it is also accompanied by a sandstorm.
Ah! How coarse and irritating!
It's not hitting you. You guys all have very distinct memories suddenly flash through your minds upon seeing Duncan, of all of you the day before sleeping at a motel that you on the outskirts of your town where you were waiting for the bus. And you remember that Duncan had been with you guys suddenly. He had asked you guys to wake him up for the bus. He was in a room separated from the rest of you guys. But that morning, nobody came to get him.
He was our sixth fucking member!
I knew it. He was the goth kid that we forgot. I shit.
Man, we're assholes.
You guys hear a very faint echoing voice in the distance, just being like, "There's a better way! You all said that you'd wake me up. You knew.
When did I say that?
You knew that I stayed up late that night practicing. None of you would stay out with me. You knew I'd be exhausted.
This is on you, Duncan! Don't try to blame us for your fucking, mistake!
Trying to emotionally
The captain told you that overworking yourself would have led to you being exhausted!
I did it for the team. And when we lost, when you all disappeared, I had to deal with years of scrutiny and hatred from everyone around us.
Wait, we lost?!
What?
It was just me. For some reason, they allowed me to compete alone as a full team. I was destroyed. But not here. I'm gonna win the Beach Grail and set things right.
Oh.
Then be on our team again, God!
No.
Oh, being on team.
You can still join us, Duncan.
Next time I'll have better teammates. Ones that'll wake me up before they go.
I take
As soon as you go down, as soon as you hit the ground, Alquam stands over you, brings its hand up, points all of her nails together, and you all just hear a resounding, "Wait!" The glow of the Pegasus erupts, shining brighter, and the darkness and silence surrounding there disappears. "This has gone too far!" He points over towards Duncan. "Why do you interrupt these proceedings?" "I need to become better at playing, so I can take down the Beach Emperor myself." "Fine! Then this is not the way to go about it. If you all wish so desperately to acquire the power of May Trainer, then compete for it! Like
Oh, thank
civilized gentlemen."
We can't compete against him. He's one of us.
He's our teammate.
Not anymore, he's not.
Oh, fuck.
Challenge accepted.
"Then enter the temple, and allow the competition to begin!" The volleyball sage appears at the center point, floating above. "I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10.
Oh my god.
Captains, guess the number, or closest to it, and you will serve."
7.
I'm gonna roll for Duncan's choice. He guesses 6. The number was... I'm gonna roll another one to determine the number randomly. 6.
Good job, Duncan.
Duncan's a whore.
This game will be the first to 5 points. 1 set. Prepare yourselves. And he vanishes. Ye old ancient dubstep begins.
Hell yeah.
Basically. Alrighty. She tosses it in the air and strikes it over. So along that way, what do you guys want to do?
I will attempt to block.
Oh, shit.
You block and you exceeded it by 5, so it's now yours.
I am going to send this boy right here. And I'm going to call out to Tomoe. Tomoe! 0 friction sand slide!
She uses her reaction, she's rushing towards it, she's gonna go for a big ol' spike. She strikes it, it is not the best strike she could possibly do, she got a 19. The only person that is capable of really moving towards it. This Alquam is going to use their reaction to move over towards it. And whack! She just makes it.
Izzy, you know what you have to do.
Can I cheerlead for Ian?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Please.
Especially
I'm gonna
because
like-
of who you're fighting.
Or the meme.
Yeah.
Have to.
No, I don't think so.
Izzy, please!
I'm not humiliating myself on purpose. I do that enough by accident.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you strike it. Got a 13 reaction. Moving to here, trying to intercept it. They are gonna go acrobatics. Oh my god! I mean, they still succeed, but they nat 1'd. Well, she's going to then bounce it to. This one can come here. They can also set it up, and they can move it. Then they're gonna move it 10 feet over to them, and then they are going to derate at Tomoe because they're an idiot.
I'm gonna say what a fucking moron.
But it's better than weaving it through everybody. They're gonna go ahead and do that with advantage. Wah! They got a 10, so it goes over. Tomoe's gonna try to block. I mean, Malclips or Isla, you could try to get in the way if you want to.
I'll go for a block. A bit.
Yeah, you block it. All right, so Diana, you need to roll 1d100 to see if that is even the real one over there.
Okay. Alright.
Gonna mark off his spell use for this.
Alright.
That is not the real one.
Duncan, why with all these lies?
You trying to
That
block it?
block.
Sorry, bro.
Go for it.
No, Jay. What is that? 9? Never mind. I'm not even gonna waste it.
Not gonna waste what?
Mostly reliable talent.
You block the ball, and you succeed by more than 5. You got a 12.
Oh yay!
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
fun game this became. Giving Tomoe the ball.
18. So, that one's probably gonna block, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah. She's not rolling super well in serves.
She's not. It just made
doing-
it.
Oh, jeez.
So ball goes there, and then
There's no in 10 feet.
Now
did
this
it.
is volleyball.
Now this is volleyball.
All right, let's give this a shot. I'm blocking. Bam.
No!
Not enough.
it goes by you.
I will attempt to block as well.
Which space are you moving into to try to block it? Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
What are you gonna do?
All right, I'm gonna overexert myself. Oop. A 4.
Nice.
Nice.
4. No, I did it!
Good work out there, coach.
All right, I added the effect.
We can.
So,
Vice Captain!
so it's
David,
now
over here.
it's
David,
now
over
in
here.
front of you. Where would you like to hit it?
I guess there.
I want to set up
the-
Diane right here for a spike, because no one's around to contest her spike. Here, then, and I'll use Zero Friction Sandslide for David.
Alrighty, so
be 10 feet away
it's
from me.
effectively there. David's gonna move over to there. You're using Zero Friction Sandside. That's your bonus action. That is set up for David. David, are you spiking?
Yeah, man.
There's literally no one that can go against you.
Yeah, you spike it. There's no need for a roll. As soon as you hit it, none of them can stop it.
Yeah, either way, you go boom there.
Oh yeah.
You strike it. They're unable to move over to it. Bah! Go, ball, go!
There it goes, boys.
It doesn't make any sense because all of us
Yeah.
fucking moved.
I don't care. It tells a story. Bah!
Yay!
Ah,
Point. Moon Krakens.
the fuck is a team named after us? We don't do shit.
You
Alrighty.
Ian served.
God, right, that was the same round.
I doesn't do that.
I served
let me
the
get back
ball
over
like
here.
10,000 years ago.
Alrighty.
Sure, why not? Let's have some fun with it.
Fuck 'em up, yeah, boy.
Can I also spell surge this?
Now, normally they're all immune to blinded, but I'm going to remove that for the sake of this game.
Okay, thank God, 'cause I have no other useful skills.
He's using his special skill, get her?
Oh my god.
Not quite. The other one.
Ian.
Hey, Duncan, remember this?
Yeah, I'd like to return / spike it.
Alrighty.
And can I spell surge again? Probably not.
Yep, you can do that anytime you make a relevant check.
Oh.
And roll that thing with advantage. Roll return.
Oh!
Oh shit!
Alright. This one is going to move. This one's going to move up to there. Eric, could you please heckin', which one is this? Could you please roll acrobatics?
Eric, roll shit.
Point! Wait. Hold.
I didn't
wait.
do what you asked. I'm
He's
sorry.
so Duncan is going to use his reaction to get up to there.
No, you did what we asked. Don't worry.
No, you did fine. It was less.
Lower than I did. That's
Yeah.
all.
Oh, right,
All that
gotcha.
matters.
He's going to spell surge on this.
Fuck you, Duncan.
And blah! That's a 10. Point!
Hell yeah.
Moon Krakens!
Captain, vice captain.
Yeah.
Yes, that,
This is why they're the captain and vice captain.
Okay.
I drew a thing. Make sure it's spelled
You know, we're getting a lot of points with Ian.
You know, Ian, we're doing fine with you being right there, man.
This seems wrong somehow, and I'm waiting for the shoe to
I
drop.
get you.
Should I use it again? Or
Remember this again?
save this?
It's like, remember this? Yes. Yeah, you did
Yes.
I will keep saying this until you're blind.
So, if you wanna get through it.
Oh my
Alright, and I'll also frickin'
Spell surge.
spell surge.
I will keep saying this until you're blind.
Dude, they all just yell it as a team.
God damn.
Do you
You're just like, hey,
overexert yourself
Duncan,
as
and then
well?
we're all like, remember this?
Yeah, right. Like
You
Ian
wanna-
said,
You know what? Sure, I'll overexert. I'm gonna put everything I have into.
Here we go.
Do it.
End him.
We did it!
It was pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yes, I'm so proud of you, Ian.
Duncan's gonna move down to get it,
Ooh. Ooh.
and Duncan is going to overexert. Brap! He meets it.
It was a special.
What?
Yep, roll that save against Duncan. He failed!
Fine!
Apply blind to him.
Remember this?
So he is now unable to move out of his space to attempt to block anything. It hits him. He is going to do the last thing he can. This is his last one for the game. Oh, no, he can't. Hold on. Oh, no, he just met it, so he can't. He's going to set it up. So it blasts. He covers his eyes with his last bit of vision. He's going to pass it down to... heckin', so 1, 2, to this.
Sensor, I'm Tadashi. Jump float serve!
Yep.
Yeah,
If
'cause
you
you're in
could
front.
change your set, would you?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm offended, Brad.
I love you, Carrie.
You've got a really good block with all this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Oh! Oh no!
Yeah, no!
No, wait!
It goes by.
Oh,
So, heckin' Ian.
I'm gonna surge this.
Spell surge. Make sure you're knocking off those points as well.
Oh yeah.
Here it
I don't think
comes.
you can beat it then.
Here we go.
Oh!
Down to 14.
You do not. Tomo, are you reactioning to get back there?
I think I have to.
Alrighty. You lunge back.
Oh jeez, this is a fucking crazy goddamn ball.
Everybody on the team in slow motion jumping towards it. It gently grazing along your fingertips as it passes by. I can go for it, Mal.
We will not let them break the iron
Overexert.
wall.
It can be rebuilt as many times as it needs to be.
I'm overexerting.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and.
Yeah!
Success!
oh, thank God.
And a high five!
Alright.
Alright.
Tom away.
And Tomoe, with advantage, strike! 24.
Pretty good for her. She's
Yeah.
that's
Pretty
the best
good.
one she's rolled.
That is the best one.
Alquam, that Alquam is going to go ahead and overexert.
No!
Beats it by exactly 5.
These are gross.
I'm trying.
I swear to God.
Jesus.
And then back to Donkey Boy.
Oh, okay.
Donkey Boy is going to use his last Shadow Serve. Alright, roll me 1d100.
Oh lord. Oh lord. Oh,
That is the real one.
bitch!
Okay.
I see through.
All right,
bullshit.
Captain. Here we go.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll that block.
Okay, here we go.
You succeed.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Tomoe. Advantage, Heckins. Well, I should probably pick where it's going. Oh,
Probably.
I did. I hit the button. Here we go.
Damn
One sec.
it.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on a sec. Just give it a minute.
Give it a sec.
God.
There you go.
There we go. All right.
Just get it.
She's going to go there.
Oh! That's a good one.
Yep, because there's only one person that can step in to try to block it.
Yeah.
And... Bap! 23! Oh, it just beats it.
Damn.
They've got it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
God damn
This
you
is
to
not a free
hell,
setup.
Eric.
They're setting it up for them.
Doesn't make
Why
any
doesn't it
sense.
apply? It doesn't make any sense.
All right.
Where did all the sense?
Well, assume that they haven't. I know that basically all the other ones have. I need another acrobatics with disadvantage.
Acrobatics,
Still fail. Point McCrackens! I mean, Moon Krakens.
Moon Kraken.
Hey!
I mean, you were right both times.
It's true.
High five and hug, Isla.
It fucking set up by a ghost.
The volleyball
Holy
sage
shit.
floating above the match turns over towards Duncan. Your hate-filled technique does not appear to be very efficient. I don't need proper teammates. I just need more power. More volleyball power.
I find it funny that in your high school drama, he's the Lancer.
All right.
Hey, Duncan.
What? Yes, I remember it. Do it.
Well, you...
Do it.
Ah, it's not that good.
Oh.
He's gonna take a step forward. Okay, so go ahead and it doesn't get him. It goes by him. Yeah, he failed that.
Oh.
Hooray.
So that's just a point.
Service ace.
Point, Moonkrakens! He's going to take his 4th level of exhaustion. He can no longer move on the court after this.
Oh my god.
Fucking yes.
Slides, jumps. This is the last of his points. Alright, spell search. He's going all in this round.
Fair.
And... Yeah! 26!
Alright, he deserves that, I guess.
Good job. Make a wisdom.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll it
Great
against.
job, Duncan.
He succeeds.
Damn it.
I mean, he already kind of has the thing, though.
He leaps into the air, having been set up, totally exhausted. You see dark tattoos, similar to what he used to have whenever he was Alquam's warlock, build up. The ball gets covered in torrential shadow. You see that fine black grain begin to build up around it, and he's going to hit it. Black Sandwell, and he strikes it.
Oh dear.
Oh dear indeed. He's going to overexert himself one last time, taking him out of the game for the sake of getting this one last shot in.
It's the most important point in the game.
For him.
Yeah.
And he got an 8. Oh. Your reaction moving to try to block it? All right, both of you, strength saves. You both fail.
Hey.
So, Malaclips, as you hit it, the ball erupts and becomes a small black hole, leaving it in your hand. You have just enough time that you could, if you wanted to, set up for somebody else or return or what have you, but afterwards, since you failed that strength save, you and Isla are both out for this point. This is the power I had to acquire without you! It's what I'll use! He, like, hits the ground, falls over. To beat you!
There it goes.
There it goes.
Look at it go.
And there it stopped for some reason. Did we? No! Oh, we started using John at some point!
I think we need to start moving that ball more.
Nah, I like this. This is my favorite part.
So Duncan turned John into the ball. You see?
You two were just in the ball the entire time, and at the very end, you just emerge with it. The black hole dispelling you
The
and
black
Isla.
hole was the ball.
Yeah. And he pounds it into the ground on the other side.
Get over here, Isla.
Final point! Mooncrackers!
points! Alright. As the ritual dictated, may Trainer's blessing will fall upon the Moon Krakens, and you, perhaps, points to Duncan, perhaps one day you will find your way to the righteous side of volleyball again. But for now, you are not worthy.
Good game, Duncan!
Ah, he's so Gary Oak.
Alright, everyone line up. Good game.
It doesn't matter. With or without May Trainer's blessing, I'll destroy the Beach Emperor before you do.
Good luck with that!
Look, I'm sorry. I also overslept. I was almost late myself for the bus, so I'm sorry I didn't have time to go and wake you up. A lot was on my mind. I'm sorry, Duncan.
There you go.
Shadow covers him and Alquam. He looks to the side, a very moody look in his eyes, and the both of them disappear.
Now then!
And you see several things appear. Very small orbs of light that have small arcane symbols floating in rings around them appear. One for each of you and floats towards you. In the mid and one larger ball of light appears in between his outstretched hands, and it turns into a large duffel bag that lands on the ground.
Gifts from May Trainer to you. And inside those orbs, wisdom, including that which I observed from your opponent. Though what you inherit, that will be up to chance. Jean, you will gain extra training, the benefit of many years. Ian McCracken, to you, the power of the opponent that you had just bested. Perhaps next time you face him, you should remind him as well. You have the power of Shadow Serve.
Yeah!
Dude, Ian is our pitch server! Oh my god!
Oh my god, yes!
Ian actually is the pitch server! That's amazing!
That's amazing.
Isla, the gift of the sprinter. You Dern. I like saying your name. Dern.
He doesn't like
Dern.
I don't like that name. Please stop.
Oh yes, here you go. Improved movement, Captain Diane.
Yes, sir!
You gain luck. Lucky player. It's what it sounds like, but only for volleyball things. 3 points per match. And I wish I had something for you, Archer, but unfortunately you are not part of the game. And now, I leave you. You have received the blessing of May Trainer, and have your adventure ahead of you. I mean, you don't have to go, and we can't really close the doors while you're in here, but I can't force you to leave immediately. But if you were to leave immediately, that would be real nice if I didn't have to wait like 5 hours to close the doors. So,
Do you mind if we take a rest in here?
I just finished explaining that I can't stop you, but I would like it if you left.
Would anyone mind if I took another of the Boken Kantos?
Goodbye!
Accurate story.
What would you guys like to do now?
Hang out for a little.
Where else?
Well, we said we were gonna head out toward that.
As
Catterdays.
Saber.
Hmm.
Have you considered which one of these people you're gonna make your coach?
Mine was my husband, and he was taken by the Beach Emperor. The man that I was married to whenever I was alive. When I wasn't a servant.
Cute.
Minamoto no Yoshinaka. During
I know the name well.
During our life, we took a trip to a fairly well-known beach back in my era, back when visiting beaches was not quite what it was now. We reached it during a conquest, and I guess he was pulled from that time period into the Sandcastle Phantasm. Once there, he was selected as a coach, and because he himself was a catalyst for me, I was summoned to his side. But almost immediately he was taken by the Beach Emperor, and I refused to abide by the way that they were acting. I wasn't going to impose onto any of you to become my new coach, but if I'm being asked
based on our personal history. And she looks to either of Isla or
I
Diane.
understand. I'll do it.
She looks to either. She looks over to.
Do it.
She looks to Isla or Diane. It would be one of you two.
I
feel
believe.
like
Oh shit.
the choice would be yours, I think.
Yeah, I think I speak
Yeah.
for both of us that it would be an honor to be your coach.
Agreed.
And no hard feelings either way, of
Oh, no,
course.
definitely.
I'd rather you two decide.
Oh.
I'd rather be selected than choose myself.
If I may, Isla, Captain, you guys both have something that could make this a lot easier.
No. All ears.
Points to the 2 water rifles they have in their hands.
Oh, let's dance, bitch.
First one to get
Careful.
soaked.
Fuck it. I'm attacking first, motherfucker.
Alright, Logan, how we doing this?
How do we know who wins?
Sounds like it's up
Whoever
to you.
gets soaked loses.
Oh, there we go. I'm rolling an attack.
First blood, yo.
Sounds like you're fighting is what it sounds like to me.
You have to pump it, Captain. You have to pump it first.
Could the two of you,
God.
both of you, roll initiative, please?
Oh shit,
Yeah,
fair.
that's fair. Yep.
Yeah, I was
That
And
was
then-
your surprise round.
And yeah, she took the first attack. All right, Diane, you're first. Tell you what, first one to lose. Tell you what, first one to lose the temporary hit points from David is the loser.
Wait, you have a water rifle, don't you?
What?
This is 80 levels of unfair. I have a water pistol.
About?
Bitch!
Are you quite sure about these two, Saber?
Isla.
The fact that their brain went to resolving things in a way that's accustomed to the beach makes them the perfect masters, the perfect coaches for a lifeguard. All right, Diane's turn.
Oh shit, dude.
That's a hit.
Oh shit!
Isla takes 4 damage. Yeah, Isla, it would be your turn again now.
We allowed to spell
I have
during this?
such a
If you want to spell it, you do whatever you want. There are no rules for what you're doing. You're in charge.
I'll fucking kill you. I want to save her.
Already have goes.
Saber. You have a whole.
Oh, looks like Isla's winning.
You didn't tell me the water was gonna be so cold, Isla.
I did it on purpose. I put ice in this thing.
Two can play that game.
Hit.
Oh, you're full naming me? Oh shit.
Oh,
shit.
Isla has 2 temporary hit points remaining.
Oh fuck! Oh god damn it!
I thought that was one of them.
Damn it, I thought that was
I
you.
got excited too.
Both of them are so silent.
And he totally would have hit me if that was an attack.
Oh my god.
Let's dance, Isla. Let's.
We're hitting you with our gazes when
Go
we're
ahead. Go ahead and attack, Isla.
Damn.
This is the most stressful thing in this game so far.
I'm having the best time.
Your spell surgery.
Oh my god. Go get her.
There's no way you can miss, most likely.
You hit.
Yeah. Ah!
And she is the first one to be completely soaked.
Phooey. That was a good game, though, Isla.
That was a good game. We tried to shake hands, but they're all fucking slick.
And you weren't even going at full, Isla. 'cause
Watch
you have
his
the-
archery!
I feel like we hug, but we're
I
like.
feel like
freaking wet.
I feel like we've all won this.
All right, you can have her. Okay. I'm just gonna lie down. I'm gonna
failed.
stay down.
I'm gonna come over and try to help you up.
Oh, I'm too slippery
Oh
now.
no, I'm too sleepy. Oh no, I've
no.
fallen down. Oh no.
Now you're on top of me, Isla. What are you doing?
Oh jeez, oh no.
And
I love the beach.
Alrighty. So we're gonna take off now.
Goodbye, my boys.
Goodbye, everybody.